what we're gonna do is we're gonna set smart goals. Personal goal, I want to be in better shape and I want to be better at telling people no and be a bit more selfish to do it. What about you, Tim?
I think I only have to do one thing.
What's that?
Start answering my messages.
So you are the worst.
Yeah, everybody knows I
You
do.
are the absolute worst. I would probably have better luck from my enemy answering. Bro, if I'm in a burning building and I have to call someone to save me, you're at the bottom of the list. Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the Yaadman podcast. New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy to be back. We made it back. 1 month anniversary, the Yaadman podcast. Thank you everyone for the support.
Thank you. It's been a month. It's been a really, really trying month,
Yeah.
We really thank you guys for the support you've been showing us, all the love you've been showing us. We love it.
I appreciate it.
You know,
I appreciate
that's our
it.
fuel.
So much fuel.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't expect us to be doing this good. It shows the kind of friends we have. The friends that we have, they have been the main ones pouring support for us. We have gotten subscribers outside of our friends, but I just want to take a minute to thank you all.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
In order for us to succeed, we need the people around us to basically push us and help us get there so that we can get discovered. Right now, I appreciate everything everyone's doing for us, and I thank you so much. But I'm going to ask you for one more thing, friends. I'm sorry, I've become that needy friend that just basically does promotion and asks favors. But this won't take much of your time, but whenever you see a post from us, whenever you see something on Instagram or just a Yaadman post in general, anything, just take a quick minute to share it, like it, save it, everything. It's what I do, because you know what's funny? People don't normally like their own posts. But I have become the person that likes my own posts. Like, I'm making these Yaadman posts, but I'm liking them and commenting them. So, for my friends, this is what I want you to do. Every time we post a video or something, and you see it, please.
Just engage with the post.
Engage.
Interact with it so it can go to far places.
Exactly. I just want you guys to do one thing. Like it. Make a comment, even if it's a shitty comment to basically stir up some drama or something.
We like that kind of stuff too.
We need that engagement. Share it, save it, and we go from there. We will be making daily posts on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. So you'll see those pop on your feeds once per day. If you do watch the videos on YouTube, please like it, leave a comment. We can't expect strangers to like it and leave a comment if our friends aren't doing it. I totally understand if it's just
dance a yard before you dance abroad.
Dance a yard before you dance abroad. So we need your engagement. Put some feedback there as well. Even if it's to criticize us, like personally, I don't mind the criticism. It only pushes me to get better, and I need to get better.
We actually love it. We can build on it.
Definitely.
We know what we're doing wrong. We know what we're doing good. It's how we learn.
Yeah,
because we're still learning about this. We're new, we're new to all of this.
We're babies in the podcast
Trust
world,
me.
and we're starting from a platform where no one knows us. We're not celebrities.
No.
So we're trying to break through that veil, and it has been challenging, but we're not gonna give up. As long as we have one person that looks forward to the episode every week, and I know I have a few because
it fills our hearts. Yeah.
Last week we posted our episode a bit late, and like 2 people messaged me and be like, when is the episode premiering?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on? And I was like, whoa. I did not expect that. I did not expect anyone to notice that at all, bro.
Well, they do.
It made me feel like I'm making steps in the right direction.
True.
And it is something I want to do. I know people say new year, new me, but for me, it's more new year, new purpose, new visions, new goals.
New blood,
achieving new higher heights. And the podcast is one version of that, right?
Definitely.
But enough of that. After you hit the subscribe, let's jump right into it with the moral dilemma of the week.
Yeah. Let's see
Tony,
what you have
all
for
right,
me.
all right.
Wow.
This moral dilemma. Actually, this is the first one that
Yeah.
the votes have been very close.
Oh yeah.
The votes have
Because
been
usually they're always skewing to one side based on different opinions.
exactly,
You know.
exactly. But this one, I think it's like a Titanic situation. This one.
Ah.
So, have you seen Titanic?
Yeah, man. Of course.
You like that movie?
It was good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You notice not one black person made it off the Titanic because they were down in the freaking basement dying.
Yeah.
You know what? But I'm not gonna say anything about that. I just.
It's that we don't like ships. Don't put me on a boat as a black person. Don't do that to me again. We don't like no.
That is what you call
No.
generational trauma.
It is
Gener-
PTSD.
I'm surprised, like black people even like going on cruise ships and stuff like that. They must get like some form of flashback at night when they're sleeping on that cruise ship. Think about it.
Yeah, flashback from the ancestors. Visions from coming from the ancestors.
Oh God, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it.
I personally I don't like open sea. I don't like going on the open sea.
Hold on, you can swim?
I can swim, yes.
Because every time we go to the beach, you don't swim. You put your foot in the
that's
water.
because we always go to the beach. Because the beach is cold here.
No, but
It's cold here.
Even in the summer, I don't think in all the years I've known you, I've seen the water pass your knees.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
I've never seen you
That's a
like
lie.
dive in the water.
That's not really for me.
And I understand what you're here
Yeah.
and stuff like that, but never. I've never seen the water
The
go past
water,
your waist.
I don't know. The beach is not for me. I don't know. I love no, it's a lie. I actually love the beach, but swimming at the beach is not really for me. I prefer swimming in like a river
I
or
missed that. I missed
or
that.
a dam. You know what a dam is?
Yeah, in the dams, you just build your own dams.
Yeah.
But this summer I went to swim in the river and it was ice cold in the
That's
middle
how the
of
river
summer.
should be.
No,
It should be that way.
I need a bit of warmth because back home I lived my house was literally 2 minutes from a river.
Oh yeah.
Like literally 2 minutes.
That must be paradise.
I literally just step out my house
Yeah.
and just walk down. I'm in the river.
But because the river is one of my favorite places to be. The river is so calm, the water, it just relaxes me. I go there to wash my hair, I go there to chill.
Wash off all the crosses.
That too, yeah,
Wash off all the
definitely.
crosses.
And
Wash
to
off.
cook, go with friends, swim, all of these things.
That's another thing I miss as well, bro. Like
Yeah.
being able to go to the river or just go to the beach and cook on the beach. I don't see people doing that here.
Oh God.
I'm tired of
It's
eating bread.
It's illegal here.
Yeah, I'm tired of
Yeah,
eating
me
bread on
tired.
the beach.
Me tired of the bread, the tuna, the ketchup. I am tired of going to the beach and eating sandwiches.
The
to be
dry
honest.
food. We need some fresh fish, some steamed fish, some okra, some fried.
Something cooking in a pot. I just love seeing a pot being cooked on the beach side or on the river side. It just brings me home. But the thing is, here in Spain, it's illegal to have an open fire
You know what?
in public places. That's the thing.
Yeah, and that's honestly it is for safety because
Definitely.
it gets so dry here you can have forest fires and things like that. But for me, I would risk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because then they have certain festivals where they have bonfires. But I understand you can't have every Tom, Dick, and Harry or every Juan, Pablo, and
Yeah, because you have
Maria.
some idiots who will start a fire and it might get out of control and then other people might get hurt. So I kind of understand.
Somebody will mess it up for somebody, and then we'll be running into the water, and you don't swim. And if there's a boat, you won't get on it. But
No.
you won't get on it. But let's picture this though. You are on a cruise ship.
So let's go to the moral dilemma.
Exactly. You are on a cruise ship, and the ship encounters an unexpected storm. Titanic scenario. The storm continues to rage, and eventually you and the other passengers are told you must head to the lifeboats and abandon ship. As people begin to line up, you realize some lines have fewer people, some have families, and some seem to have younger, single people. You know you are strong and capable. Do you choose to help a group composed of 3 families with a few young children, or a group of seniors who obviously could use your help, or go with the young, strong people with whom you might have a better chance of survival?
Wow.
So the options are you
Yeah.
help the families, You help the elderly or go with the young people and increase your odds of surviving.
All right. So come at the hour, come at the man. You know, knowing me, I think I would go to help the families with the younger kids.
And leave the old people to die.
It's not really it's not really leaving the old people to die, but I hope the old people understand that they have lived their life already.
Their time has come.
Their time has come to let this young man, not take my spot, but be in my place. I've seen the world. I hope this young man goes on to save the world.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't feel away with me taking their spot. But definitely, I would try to help the families first.
Okay.
Get the kids on board first. Definitely the kids. We always try to save the kids first.
He's a hero.
Nah,
He's a guy.
I'm no hero. I'm no
He's
hero.
a hero.
Nah, I'm
He's a
no
guy.
hero.
He's a hero.
But
He's a guy. You
but
watch those Sesame
definitely.
Street.
But definitely, I'll try to get the families first. And then I'd go with the young people. It's not that I'm leaving the elderly people to just die.
Okay.
But as I said, I would hope that the elderly people would understand the situation that all of us are in,
Yeah.
and push the youths forward.
Help the youths.
Push the youths. The youths, we are the future. You know what I say?
Okay.
The old people, them get them time already.
They got their time.
I'm sorry, Miss Jane, but
You're dying on that ship. You're going down with the ship. But personally,
yeah.
I would go with the young people. Plus playing devil's
Yeah?
advocate here, I'll go to young people. Mainly because
Yeah.
Mainly because like,
Give me a reason why.
at the end of the day, who's gonna be looking out for me? I think this is like when I posted this one, because I post all of these week,
Yeah.
and I thought about it. Ideally, I would be like, let's help the kids and the families get off because they are the future. But I also have to think about myself.
Definitely. You have to think about yourself.
Those families,
definitely.
they have a mom and a dad, and I would assume that's their responsibility. If I'm there on my own,
That's true.
my safety is my responsibility, and I don't think I want to put that at risk just to save a family.
Yeah.
Imagine I help this family and I play a hero. Oh, I saved this family. They make a big plaque, hero guy.
Yeah, David with a plaque.
Saved 3 families from the ship going down.
Yeah.
But I'll go down the ship. I'd rather be alive than dead and remembered like that.
But you would live forever after doing such a good deed. And let me
does
make
that
this
do
clear. Let
for
me make this
me?
clear. I'm not doing this so that they could put my name on a plaque and say, Tony was a great man. He saved these families, such and so. I'm not doing it because of that. But Davian, if you were to save those people, you would live forever.
I think I'm already living forever. We have videos on the internet. If the internet lasts forever, we'll be here forever. I'm not.
That's true.
If I'm there with my family, they're
Yeah.
my responsibility, and I
Of
will
course,
try to
yeah.
save them.
Of course. But remember, you're there single.
But
You're there by yourself.
I'm there single, so my first responsibility is my safety. Have you ever noticed when you go on a plane? Let's say on a plane, what do they tell even the parents to do?
Save yourself first.
Put on your seatbelt first. So
Yeah.
it's highly illogical for me to say, let me go help this family. The captain can do that. That's his job.
No, the captain is the last person who's supposed to leave the ship because that is his responsibility at the end of the day.
You can imagine if you're there helping the family and you see the captain just make a road and just jump.
No, you're mad, man.
And just
Mad,
jump
man.
in all the
You're
way.
mad, man. Captain.
I imagine if the captain was
No,
one of the
sir.
first one. The captain realized the ship is going down before anyone else.
No, sir. Yeah,
Because
yeah.
all that information reaches him first. And before you know it, you see this captain in a boat telling everyone, come, please come.
That's not a captain. That's a
I'm
coward.
helping you down the stairs. He's on the thing.
That is not a captain. That is a coward.
No.
That is a coward in charge. That is not a captain.
I think, bro, even if I was the captain, I would be like, you
Yeah.
know what? I'd rather be alive and they hate me than dead and love me.
Yeah. I see it the other way.
Emotions don't last forever. At the end of the
They
day,
can, they
if
can,
if
they
if
can,
if
they
if I
can.
am if I am the person, I think what's the word? Is it I'm a pragmatic person. Have you ever
Yeah.
watched series or anything and you realize that the guy that does anything to survive always makes it to the end like a little cockroach?
True. Evil people live longer, you know, Rasta.
He makes it to the end.
Yeah.
Always the person that go back. Oh, let me go back and save John. The alien got them.
Yeah.
The ghost get them, and they die, and they'll be like a hero. And then they move
Yeah.
on with their lives, and they'll be like, "Oh, thank you so much for saving me. I will live life to the fullest." No, they won't. They will continue living and being human beings, and I don't think me saving them would benefit them in any way like that. Some people might change their lives, but for me personally,
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with me and go with the young people. And the numbers support me.
Yeah, make we hear what do the numbers
All
say?
right.
What them say?
So we have a tie for helping the families and go with the young people.
Oh, really?
38%.
Ah, everybody has forgotten about the old people.
Yeah.
Everybody just write them off.
Yeah. It's I
Oh
think
God.
the people
Poor
that
Miss Jane.
the people that voted for this realize that
Poor Miss Jane.
if you're 85 and on a cruise ship,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a next 2-3 years, next 5 years, but I can give myself hopefully another 50.
True. But suppose are your granny. What if it's your granny, Rasta?
If it was my granny, she would be like, "Go." My granny would say, "Go."
I
Would your granny be
understand.
like, but it's my
No,
granny.
definitely. My
It's my
granny,
granny.
no.
I
My
would put her
granny.
over my shoulder and run towards the young people. But
Definitely.
even my parents would tell me, if you have a better chance to survive, take it because we have lived your life. And I feel like I would be that kind of parent as well. I would
Yeah.
get my kids off the boat first.
Definitely. By the way, what's the name of your grandmother?
My grandmother is Pearly.
Pearly.
Call her Miss
Wow.
Pearly. Miss Pearly. You know, I never met any of my
Yeah.
grandmothers.
Really?
They both died before I was born. I never met
Ah, well,
anyone.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I never met them, so
I-
and I only met
well,
one of my granddads.
I met one of my granddads, but I don't remember him because I was so young. He died when I was 3 years old. He died. 4.
Condolences.
But I met both of my grandmothers. I knew them very well.
Yeah,
Miss Gwyneth
Mr. Garnett.
and Miss Ines.
So
Miss Ines still alive. She's still alive.
Those are some old Jamaican
Some
names.
old
Janet,
name.
some Jasmine, some Miss Cherry,
Yeah.
some what was
Some Gertrude.
Gertrude. Maybe that's why I like Gertrude and Beatrice and those names so much.
Yeah, Beatrice is a old woman name too.
Jano.
Yeah.
Those names just bring me back.
Trust me.
For real, bro. Like
Or Don.
Don. I never liked Don because I know oh shit, people back home will listen to this. Don.
Careful.
I never like fucking Don. Facts. I never like.
What Don do to you now?
No, I can't say that because Don's son is one of my friends. Shit. No, I make it.
Ah.
I'm just kidding. There's no Don. There is no Don. There's only light.
You tie up yourself.
There's only light. And they say it's always darkest before the dawn.
Always the darkest before the dawn.
And speaking of darkest before the dawn, now in a new year, we're gonna shed some light on it.
Yeah, we have to shed some light. We have to come into the light into the new year, you know. We decide we leave in the darkness back in 2023. And we come into the light. We come into the light with everything. We're not hiding nothing.
Exactly.
We come into the light.
2023
Yeah, man.
was not for me. I did have some accomplishments in 2023. Like the start of the podcast, that was probably the highlight.
That was one of the highlights of my 2023, to be very honest.
I would say probably the best part of my 2023 because I started something that I did not ever think that I would be able to do. I never thought about making a podcast until a few months, and then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna execute. I want to do this. I want something to express myself creatively. I know a lot of people saying that we're just here probably just talking and blah blah blah. But even though I work from home, I work in an office setting, and with that, I need something else that would make me unwind a bit. Like sitting here just talking and just relaxing, and someone sitting in their car listening to us having some mundane conversation. Like, we're not changing the world or anything. We'd love to. But just to provide some form of positive entertainment, I feel good being able to do that for someone. And I feel like it has given me, as I said, new year, a new purpose.
Yeah. And as we always say, me and you always have some reasoning, like
Yes,
some reason we just, we don't know, out of the ordinary and carry go some far places.
true, true. Like,
You know?
a lot of times I realize that I have a lot of shallow conversations, but with you, sometimes we can go in depth and actually
Yeah.
talk about the world and talk
That's
about things.
that's another thing about like talking with people
Mm-hmm.
that stresses me out. Small talk, I can do it for a certain amount of minutes, but then after that, it just stresses me out. But
No,
like if we go deep in a conversation with somebody, dig in a somebody's mind.
in the mind, because that was almost a pause. I was like, "Where you digging? Where you
Just
digging?
cool now, just cool now, just cool
Digging
now.
in their mind." Yeah, I
Yeah, man,
think,
you go far places when you talk about certain things with people.
and sometimes you
You
learn
know,
from them as
yeah,
well.
I always learn something from somebody when I have a deep conversation with them. If I've never had a deep conversation with you, it means that I haven't necessarily learned something
From
from
you.
you. Or you haven't actually learned something about me.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people know me, but not a lot of people have had like a real deep conversation, dig into my
Your
mind.
family, how you think about the world, how you see the world.
Yeah.
A lot of our friends, they have a general idea of how we see the world, but not the nitty gritty, not
I,
down in the depths of the
I
mind.
know another thing that influences that too, the language.
Ah, okay.
Because me and you, we can express ourselves
Mm-hmm.
in a patois. I can say 5 words to you and you understand exactly
No,
what I mean.
not
I don't have
even
to say 20 words, just five. I understand exactly. I
not
can even make just 5 sounds.
just a sound.
Just a sound and you
I know.
understand
When you
exactly.
if you kiss your teeth, I know that you're
Or
hungry.
if I say,
I know exactly what you mean. Or you just get a yo.
yeah, yeah,
For the,
with the lip, with the lip, with the lip.
for the audio listeners, maybe check on YouTube what we just did and see it. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, but what are some things that you learned from being in Spain for the
yeah.
New Year celebration? Because living here in Spain, celebrating the New Year is obviously a lot different. What are some of the things that some of the traditions that you've come to embrace or
Yeah.
come to even like or even find fun compared to back home?
Um, One thing I actually like is that, I'm a family person, so I kind of connect with these people because they're very family oriented.
I
Oriented.
love that. I love that.
They meet with each other for Christmas dinner,
Yeah,
Christmas
true,
Eve
true.
dinner, New Year's Eve dinner, and they have like barbecues. They sit and play games. They talk. Most of the family is usually there until a certain point in the night, and then everybody goes to do what they want to do. But I like their traditions when it comes to that. They're really together. I love the togetherness.
The family,
To be honest, the togetherness it always warms my heart to see how together these people are.
yeah, they're like, I
Yeah,
don't think one thing I find shocking here is that no one starts the new year outside of their families. All
exactly.
the bars are closed. Normally you go to
Exa-
most countries, all the bars are
I
closed
feel yeah.
until 1:30 a.m. Everyone is literally inside their homes with their
With their
families
family
until the clock strikes midnight. Then people go out and they go to party.
and they
That
do what they
was
want to
that
do.
was
Yeah.
shocking to me because for me, my family was either you go to church and do the night watch
Oh
service.
God, night watch
I used to
service.
hate that before you can,
We haven't talked about that. We're supposed to talk about that. Yeah, yeah.
or you go to a party to see some fireworks. And most times you won't even go as a family. You'll go with your friends. Some people take their kids.
Most times.
Yeah, some people take their kids and then they disband. But it's like being outside together, and that's one thing that I like the difference here. Like if I had a family here, definitely would encourage just being together when the
Definitely,
new
of
year
course.
starts and stuff like that. But there's one thing that I know my family would not allow me to get away with on the new year. If
What's
I
that?
ever step through the door without money in my pocket, problem,
Yes.
problem.
You start the year very, very bad.
You start it. No,
Very bad.
everybody that stepped through that door needs to have some cash in their pocket. Not a card or a bank account with money in
No,
it.
just
You need
something,
to have some
something.
hard cash, at least a 10.
At least something, just
Something
something,
to get
just
the to
something.
get the year off right.
Yeah.
And for me, I still do that. Like I
Mm-hmm.
make sure I have my money and I tuck it in, and I don't touch it. I didn't like when I went out New Year's.
Yeah.
I didn't touch it at all until I came back.
Yeah, man.
That
All
then,
habits, all
and hopefully
habits.
that will set us up for the new year to make some money off this podcast, because that's something we want to do as well.
Yeah.
So subscribe. Subscribe. But what's your favorite memory of just being back home and
Yeah.
celebrating your New Year's?
To be honest, how my family would usually celebrate the New Year's is we'd be at home. Not everybody. Most people would be there. My aunties, my uncles, my cousins. And we'll be playing games, until when it comes close to 12 o'clock. They would always have like a champagne, a small champagne.
Pop in.
Yeah, and the adults would, pour their glasses. And for us kids, they would give us grape juice,
Okay.
and we would do that until 12 o'clock. And because where I live, I can like see the sea, waterfront. You can see
You can
waterfront
see the
where
fireworks
me
by the
live.
waterfront.
Yeah. And at 12 o'clock, the gunboats come and the fireworks, they start.
Ah, cool.
And that would be the tradition until about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, when them call it big people hours.
You find a club.
Picnic, our children picnic, bedtime now. Big people hours, big people time to talk, drink, do what they like until 5 o'clock in the morning when everybody is happy. Everybody goes home.
To be honest,
That's a tradition.
I can barely count the amount of times before I was like at least 16
Yeah.
when I was able to like go out for the entire night or something like that.
Me too.
That I made it until 12.
Yeah.
Normally I would be there watching or in church or something, just falling asleep. Well, the church would finish at like 10, 11. Then everyone goes home to...
Night watch service.
Exactly. Everyone would go home to do that, but I slept most of it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, when I was a teenager upwards, I would basically either stay home or find my way to some party. But it's never been a case where I was at home. I think that's something that I missed out on.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, but
I think, to be honest, I think I was almost always at home. I can maybe count about 3 times where I was outside of family
okay.
during New Year's. I remember one year, me and my parents went to the waterfront because, let me put into context about like the fireworks when it comes to Jamaican celebration of the New Year. So at the harbor, at Kingston Harbor, they would have like a stage show, with performances from artists,
I've never been
comedians, really.
because I live so far from it, so it didn't
Ah.
make sense logically for me to go there. It
Yeah.
would take me, with the traffic just to go there, would probably take
Yeah,
me
it
2,
would be
3 hours.
yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, it's kind of a hassle to get there. But when you get there, everybody and their mother is there. Like the whole world is there.
I think
People, the
whole of
stage
Kingston
show,
is there. The whole of
all of
is
Kingston,
there.
all of downtown. They have the stage show. They have like smaller like tents that do fun events for kids, stuff like that. The little balloons, popcorn, jerk chicken, you know. You have like a small stall that would sell like liquor for people who want to drink and whatever. And that stage show would go on. And when it gets close to 12 o'clock, the artist who's there or the presenter, they would come out and let you know it's close, and they start counting down, till 12 o'clock. And then when 12 o'clock comes, as I said, the fireworks, they start. Everybody starts celebrating.
But do you
A big street party.
is a part of that celebration? Do you believe in like the New Year's kiss?
New Year's kiss?
Yeah, like a lot of people here are in the Western culture. And the New Year, if you have a wife or girlfriend, like as soon as the clock hits midnight, you kiss someone.
To be honest, Davian, I never know anything about this New Year's kiss until I come here.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's not something that we actually do in Jamaica. It's not the public display of affection.
exactly.
We're not really It's not that we're good on that, but I think it's an African thing too.
Keep it in
For,
the home.
for example, I have never seen some of my uncles and aunts kiss, but then they have 5 kids.
Bro, I never saw
Isn't
my
that amazing? I've never seen them kiss or hug or show affection around us, but then you see 5 kids running around.
I think it's the same for my family. I don't think I've ever seen my parents even kiss.
I have a
Uh,
few times, but not
maybe,
a lot, to be very
maybe,
honest.
maybe they do it, and if they do it jokingly. Like I've never walked in and seen them kissing or showing extreme emotion and stuff. And they were together
No,
for what, over
because
30 years,
you know why?
6 kids.
You know why? Because as I said earlier about big people and little pitney
Yeah,
or little children, we separate these things because we call these things X-rated.
yeah,
It's X-rated for to be, up on your partner, caressing, kissing, all of these things. X-rated. We try not to put these things in front of the children.
yeah. You know what's
You know?
funny? A lot of my friends is like, you don't like kissing people in public, but you dance the way that you do in public. It's like
The big,
it's a big
yeah.
debate, like for the because
It's a big debate.
here people just like kissing.
People just love kissing. They love the lips. Yeah, people love.
They love lip sync. They love
Yeah.
exchanging saliva,
They love it. They love it.
and I've personally never. And it's just not a part of our culture to like be extremely kissing. Like normally in intimate moments it will be called for, but that's not something that you would see us. And I think a lot of people that like I'm pretty sure like you've dated people outside of your culture, so they struggle with understanding that lack of showing
I struggle
emotion
too.
and affection,
I struggle too.
because they want to show that kind of affection and those kinds of
Yeah.
emotions all the time. Whereas for us, it's like, I know where I stand with you. I don't need to be all over you.
But it's a mindset we have with that. As you said, I understand the relationship we have, But here, your relationship, it reflects like the type of person you are. Your partner feels more valued when you show them public affection.
True.
But on the contrary, your partner where we're from, they don't feel like less loved
Because
if you don't do it in public.
exactly. Like I have been out, and let's say I'm out in a bar or something, and a girl
Yeah.
comes up to me to talk to me. I've been in a situation where my girlfriend at the time sees me talking to this girl, just a normal conversation, just saying hi, not even having a conversation, just like meeting someone,
Yeah.
and then your girlfriend would come up, kisses you right in front of her, and just walks off.
You know,
Have you ever had that?
yeah, but you know how I feel about that? How I used to feel about that? I used to feel, and sometimes I still feel that way. It's like a power play.
Marking territory.
It's marking territory. It's saying, this is mine. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, but still, I just feel like when it comes to certain things like that, if I was on the other end and I saw her talking to a guy, the moment if I go up to her and kissed her like that, I would feel like basically a waste man.
Yeah.
Think about
I,
it.
if,
Like
yeah,
if I need to do that to be able to
yeah.
show that you're mine, we have already lost the battle. We have bigger problems that we need to be solving. Like the ship is sinking already. The ship is sinking. Pun intended to get back to the river.
Yeah.
The ship is sinking already.
Yeah.
And I don't think that being being that kind of defensive is needed. Like I think being able to be out with your partner. Why are we talking about dating? It's the first episode of the new year.
We're talking-
But I think people
yeah, we just want you guys to actually climb into our mind, get to know why we do these things, why we think this way, where we're from, all of these things, so you can understand.
exactly.
And
I just feel like I should be out with my girl, and 100 guys can go up to talk to her, and I know that we're secure. I know at the end of the day she's gonna turn them down. I think that is much more of a power play than going up and saying "Hey, baby" and giving a kiss or some shit like that.
That's how I feel too.
Like it's just.
You know?
To be honest, like the more guys that go up to her and talk to her, the better I feel about myself.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
sure you say you have a prize.
you have a
You have
trophy
a
there.
trophy.
You have a trophy there, and you need to do better. Still, like you'll be like, if you slip your slide, that is a next man in our hole.
Oh no.
If you slip your slide, it's a next man there
You
waiting.
slip your slide later. Another girl below. Yeah.
I swear to you, bro. And another tradition that
Yeah.
I find weird here. Have you ever done the 12 grapes thing?
I did it this year, yeah.
The 12 grapes where you need to, when the countdown starts, you need to eat one
Bong.
grape.
You're supposed to be eating one bong. And the bell rings 12 times. And during those 12 rings of the bell, you should eat a grape each time. At the last one, you should have had swallowed all of your grapes.
Pause for the swallow. But you know what I do? What I did this 2 years. I swear, it's like I've lived here so long. I'm stupid.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, I freaking put the 12 grapes. I eat all 12.
My brother, why?
Because I
Why?
thought you need to finish eating the 12
You
grapes
do, but you're
before
supposed to
the
go with
countdown.
you're supposed to go with the bells.
I did not know that, and every time I have 12 grapes in my mouth eating.
Fire burn.
Burn.
You know.
But I think that's one of the favorite traditions that I like. I like
Yeah,
that.
I actually like that tradition.
That
It's something different.
It's different. I've never seen it anywhere else.
No.
It's not based around alcohol or anything. It's like literal 12 grapes. The kids
That's
can do
another
it.
thing that I love. It's
kids
not
can do
it's
it
not
as
based
well.
around alcohol. It's not based around everybody getting a shot when it's 12 o'clock. No.
Yeah, and they are
Family can enjoy it too.
that. As I said, like Spain has highlighted how important family bonds are. Like people live with their families here until they're 35. They're in their home. They don't leave until they get married, and I feel like that in itself is very beneficial. Like, don't kick someone out of the house before they're ready to take on the road, because not everyone is built to be on their own at 18, at 21.
Yeah.
Some people need a bit more time,
Some people, yeah.
but some people need to be kicked out of the house.
Definitely.
Like, bro, if
But
if you're listening this and you're not working, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're not actively looking for some employment, looking for some
No, that's another thing.
looking to further education, you're just sitting in your room, sitting in your gaming chair, playing FIFA every day, night and day, and don't have any goals, then you need to be kicked out of the house. You need a push. You need something.
No, place that you can't
need-
no.
You need to get out there. You need to set some goals. You need to try and further yourself, because sitting around waiting for your parents to die so you can get a house, what kind of life is that? I feel like we're happier when we have a purpose,
That's not good.
when we have a mission in life. And I think for us, Tony, I think starting off the new year, we need to set some goals. Personal, relationship, business, professional goals that we can all achieve as well. So I have a little thing that I exercise that I wanted us to do.
All right.
So the exercises, we're going to write them down, because I feel like visual stimulation is a lot better. So for the people listening on the audio platforms, we're going to be writing down, or we're going to do an activity. What color
Yeah,
you
man,
want?
I
You
like the
want green?
color green. Green are my color, yeah, man.
You know what? I'll use yellow because I want it to
Your
pop.
shirt,
Oh, shoot, my shirt. Okay. I will use blue then.
pants.
It has to, the audio listeners don't care. So, and I have some markers here. We're going to do a little activity. So, this activity is, if you don't watch any part of the podcast, please recommend from this point forward for anyone that is struggling to make a difference.
Oh,
I know
shit, dog.
I know that
May I forgo?
at the end of the new year,
Yeah.
we'll have to pause.
No, I know that, dog. Markers on dry surfaces, they kill me.
Markers and dry surfaces.
Yeah. I'll try.
Okay,
You know?
wet up the surface then.
Fire burn. Brr.
But you're a teacher. How can you not like markers?
No, the thing is, when you write on a whiteboard, it doesn't make that noise. But when you write on a dry surface, have you ever had somebody like scratch something
Oh.
and it like nudges your teeth?
Okay.
Yeah, that happens to me.
So this is what we're gonna talk about. You're going to have to power through.
I will have
like
to.
a
Yeah,
soldier,
yeah. I will
like a
have to.
soldier.
I'll nudge my teeth.
Like a soldier. So this segment of the show will focus on setting goals. So from this point on, please If you share this episode, share it from here. I know everyone might have their different methods and stuff, but I feel like writing down your goals and being able to see them is a crucial way of actually looking at them and checking them off a list. I know, like, throughout my day, what I do is always make a list. At the end of my work day, I make a list for the next day of things that I want to achieve in that day, and ticking them off gives me a hit of dopamine. Just like when you get a like or you scroll on the internet, I get a little hit of dopamine and stuff. If you want, I can just give you the whiteboard. You want the whiteboard instead?
No, you're good. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
It gives a hit of dopamine, and we can see that we've achieved something. Because what happens with a lot of New Year's resolutions, New Year's goal, is that we don't write them down, we don't look at them, we don't hold ourselves
That's
accountable.
true. Yeah.
And not holding yourself accountable, not seeing them, means that, oh, I can just do this next year. I want to lose some weight. Shoot. I've already eaten some burgers.
It's too late for me now.
Late.
It's late.
I'll start next year. I'll start.
No, I start next week. Next week.
Exactly. So this time to start is no. And even if you
that
fall
mentality,
off,
that mentality kills you. The
future-
next week, tomorrow, next week, next weekend, tomorrow
exactly.
kills you.
And as soon as you start, even if you fall off track, looking at it and seeing that it's there means that you can get back on track.
It helps you, yeah.
And trust me, this is from my own personal experience. This is how I set my goals. This is how I try to strive forward. I'm not the most successful person, but I feel like the little things that I've achieved in life, being able to set goals, has definitely gotten me closer to them. So what we're going to do is we're going to set SMART goals. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely goals. All right. So the first goal is I want to set a personal goal for myself. So my personal goal for myself is within the next year. We need to always have a time frame. So these are my yearly goals. So within the next year, I want to basically build this podcast to.
Isn't that a professional goal?
I kind of mix them up. Okay, I'll do a different one there. Personal goal: I want to be in better shape and being in better shape by losing, let's say, 5 kilos of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I want to lose 5 kilos of weight by the end of the year. By the end of 24. That's for me.
All right. So
That's
my
me.
first one is to be in better communication with my family and friends.
So you wanna how do you plan to achieve this goal, like? So,
I think I only have to do one thing.
what's that?
Start answering my messages.
Because they reach out. You are the worst.
Yeah, everybody knows I
You
do.
are the absolute worst. Bro, if I'm in a burning building and I have to call someone to save me, you're you're at the bottom of the list. You're not even on the
Nah,
list.
I know. I'm try.
If I was sinking in that cruise ship and I need to call someone or message someone to come and help me, come pick me up, you're not. You're one of my best friends, but you're not even on the list because I would probably have better luck from an enemy answering. I swear.
And you know, I think I was made this way by design. To be honest, I've been this. Everybody who knows me knows that I've been this way since high school. But the thing is, I don't like relationships. Don't change when I see people again. I might not answer you today or tomorrow or the next day, you know. But when I see you or when I do talk to you or call you, it's always the same relationship. There's no hard feelings, I don't change, but there's this thing with me on the phone where
You just don't reply.
I just need to do better.
You just don't reply.
I'm the
And
worst.
You're already easy. You know what you need to do? You need to be one of those person that have their phone on loud. You need to have one of those on 9 ringtones.
No, that would kill me.
It would kill you, but
That would
I
kill
think
me.
it would prove you in the right step to communicate better. Because maybe I should put one to communicate less. Because someone messages me, I respond
Yeah.
almost immediately. I'm not one of those person who sees the message and be like, oh, I can't respond right now because I don't want to seem that available or something. If you message me and I
And
see the message, I'm gonna
it's
respond.
not even a thing like that with me. Honestly. So don't feel no way if you send me a message last year or even this year at the start of the year
Oh
and
my
I haven't
God. Have you
replied.
responded to the Merry Christmas ones? Please tell me you respond to the Merry Christmas. Please.
Most of them, yes.
So not Daniel. You need see, all right? That's one of
And
your goals. And
that's
I'm
another
going to
thing.
hold you
That's another
accountable.
thing I want you guys to know. I don't choose who I reply to. I don't choose that, okay, I'm going to reply to this person, but not this person. No. Sometimes it actually depends on what I'm doing in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm actually like in the middle of something and I might see the message come in, knowing myself, I look at it. I say, all right, I'll reply that when I finish. But when I finish, I don't know.
You need
I
to do
go
it.
somewhere else.
I'm happy you put that one there. I swear.
No, I
I
need
think
to. I need to. I
all
need to.
our
Yeah, yeah,
friends
yeah.
that listen will be so happy. You know what? What's the worst thing with you as well?
Yeah.
You would send me a message, right? You would ask me a question or ask me for a favor. And I respond to you. And I'm doing this favor for you, you know. I'm answering this question for you. And I'm like, let's put the example. Like you say, oh, you can forward with me. Go pick up something later.
Yeah.
You can come with me to pick up something later. All right, I'm like, yeah, depends on what time. What time you're thinking? 2 hours later, no response. I'm like, when is later?
Dog. Set me so, brother. I don't know.
No, but
Set me
I'm
so.
happy you'll change that. So you do better communication.
Definitely.
And that's
2024.
definitely one that you should do. So write down your goal, your personal goals here.
That's my
Tony,
biggest
we're not
personal
gonna
goal.
make too much because having too much
No,
is too much pressure.
definitely.
The
No. Yeah,
simple, achievable ones. So for me, I wanna be better, healthy wise, lose some weight, actually eat better, drink less will be the ways that I will plan to achieve
That
this
sounds
by the
good,
end of
yeah.
the year. So if you notice, I have one big goal and then I'm doing things to achieve that goal. Tiny things that I can take to achieve that goal. All right, and that affects my personality, my personal life, and stuff like that.
What's your marker?
My marker is drying, and another personal one is I want to be better at telling people no and be a bit more selfish.
Ah, I understand.
I want to be better at saying no.
Yeah, no is a very important. It's a very important word. It's a very important word. But sometimes we find it so hard to say no.
Yeah,
Really and truly, no is such a very important word. No should be a word that is in everybody's vocabulary. Some people don't have it, you know.
yeah,
It's very important, that word no.
yeah. Like
Trust me.
it's most people ask me for something. It's rare that I say no. I need to be better at saying no and better at following through with the no's so that I can focus on actually achieving my personal and business goals going forward.
Yeah.
All right. Um, in terms of professional goals, I want these goals to be more focused on the podcast goal.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write something outlandish here. And I want to build this podcast to at least 10,000 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year.
2024.
So for me, I'm going to have a big 10,000. 10,000. And you're a part of that. Look at it. Big 10,000 is there. I write it down. For the audio listeners, I wrote down 10,000 on my paper. And every day I will look at this paper. I'll put it up on my door or on my wall so I can see it. 10,000 YouTube subscribers. And what I will do to achieve is that we need to do more promo and beg you guys to subscribe more. So write down what's your professional goal. Do you want a promotion? Do you want to change jobs now? Do you want to switch careers? These are things that you can do at the beginning of the year. Do you want to get more education? Write it down so you can see it. Even if you don't change job until December, at least you put yourself in a time frame to say, by the end of the year, I need to achieve this and I need to be here and I will make steps in order to do it. What about you, Neil?
Well, for now, because I'm still thinking about my professional goals, but for now, I want to work on marketing myself as a personality
On the podcast?
on the podcast in general, in media, you know. And two, also increase my skills when it comes on to teaching English.
So with
like
the
improve my
so
skills.
with this, are you gonna do more studies? Are you gonna take on more
More
work? Are you gonna
more research on ways how to,
mm-hmm,
come across teaching English, for
mm-hmm.
example. And a thing that has people have been telling me, I don't know, I don't see myself as a, how do I put this? I try not to put myself on a like a pedestal when it comes on to like face quality, or you know what I say?
What do you mean? Oh, like
Like,
you don't want to be there for face value,
not
or
yeah, that's the thing. I never try to only be there for face value because I believe I have more substance. I have more substance than that. But if
mhm.
I were to really push myself, for example, as a media personality, I feel like
We can get there. And
I would get
I
there.
appreciate that. That commitment is what we need. So
Mm-hmm.
you hear it from him. He's gonna come this year. He's gonna come into being more present for the podcast, being get improving every week, and
Just giving having a more like a bigger presence on social media, for example.
that's another thing you
You
struggle with
know,
as well.
as my mom says, let your years be your years. You know what I say?
Exactly.
I'ma feel like say, that are one of my years.
Be better at the social media.
Yeah.
And now we have a new challenge where you can learn and improve your skills there, because we have to build a podcast on
We
the
have
social
to,
media.
yes.
It's like
So
it's not like once in a day where social media is just used for communicating. No, it is a platform to expand your personality and build more
yeah,
as well. I also want to put down some financial goals, because I think that's one of the main goals people put down.
yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean buying a new car, buying a new house, or buying some new expensive gadget or something. But
But we want to have things, man. You'd say have
exactly,
things. You'd say
exactly,
have things.
exactly.
Yes.
So for me,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put an outlandish thing, and maybe if the podcast is successful, I can achieve it. So I would like to save a certain amount of money this year.
Definitely. We all are. As I said
That's
before, people should have things.
that certain amount of money
Yeah.
that I would love to save this year. I've never done it before, but imagine if the podcast breaks through. This is gonna be sounding ridiculous, but I like shooting for the stars, and I feel like for the past few years I've been a bit too complacent with where I'm going in life. So for me, I'm going to add another zero
Wow.
to the 10,000 for the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and I would love to be able to, at the end of this year, have 100,000 in the bank account.
Wow. Up in the sky. Wow.
I know it's outlandish and it's out there. Like the thought of doing that and the work that I
Them
would
say
have to
dream big.
do, the work that I would have to do to get it
Dream big, my son.
is 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 daunting. But I need a challenge.
No,
I
you
need
know,
something to work towards.
you
So
know,
set down some financial goals for yourself.
sometimes,
Work.
Davian, in life, we stumble upon a great deal of money. We don't know how. But
Yeah.
it happens sometime.
Well, I've never stumbled upon it, and I would love to stumble upon a
Yeah, not
hundred
all of
grand.
us, but sometimes we stumble upon a great deal of money.
Yeah.
It
Hold
can
on.
happen.
Hold on. You stumbled upon a great deal of money. That's why you say that. Wait, what you're not telling me
No, not really. I stumbled upon 50 euros on the street.
today?
No, two
Oh,
days ago.
2 days ago.
Yes.
You see it? So you're 50. You start off the new year right.
Yeah,
And the person that had that 50 euros in their pocket to walk in the house on the new year,
Well.
going the start of the
As I
year
say,
right.
it happens sometimes when we stumble upon a great deal of money.
See, that's 50 euros
50
towards
towards the 100,000.
100,000. So now
Yeah.
I need 99,950 more. If you give me. But I think I want that. I
Yeah.
would love to say that I saved 100,000 euros. I know my thing has a lot of numbers on it, but yours doesn't have to. As I said, your goal should be somewhat realistic, and this one is not very realistic for me, but
Yeah.
I feel like we need to have a North Star, something we're working towards. Chances are I won't even make it halfway.
No, you have to manifest these things.
But
Yeah,
exactly.
I believe in manifesting things in a Rastafari. I have manifested things in my life that I never know it would actually happen until I actually see it happen. Manifesting, Davian, trust me, it's real.
So, you know what? I
You have to
am.
you have to speak it into being with confidence. You have to talk to the ancestors and you have to put it out into the universe so the universe can hear you. And
I
also be careful what you put out in the universe because the universe is listening to everybody.
everybody.
Trust me.
And well, I'm putting out there, universe. If you're listening to this podcast and you
Trust me.
subscribe, Mr. Universe, give me the 10,000 subscribers and the 100,000 euros. If you do that, I promise you I'll lose the
Yeah,
five
man.
kilos quite easily. It'll be more difficult because I'll have more money to spend on food and alcohol. But I think to get there, I will need to spend less on these things. So it will
You
also
know,
help me.
talking about all of this, I want to ask you a question. What do you feel is holding you back from achieving all of these goals
What
that you have just stated?
I think,
Is there any one thing that's holding you back?
I think the thing that's holding me back is me.
Always. We are always our biggest competition.
The thing that's holding me back is me. I think I just need to.
Yeah.
I need to work harder for it. I need to push through. I need to do things that get me there. And one of the things, some of the things that I want to do, so these are just things that I want to do throughout the year, is I want to read more. Last year, I don't think I finished 5 books. I read 4.5 books. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I need to read at least 12 books this year.
But do you like what kind of books you read? Depends on the books also, you know. Do
I
you read
like
like self-development books? Do you read history? Do you read fantasy? What do you read?
I prefer self-development books.
Yeah.
I get my historical stimulation from watching TV.
Ah.
That's one thing I want to do less of as well. I realized that the moment that I started watching less Netflix, watching less Amazon or Disney, now I use that time more efficiently to
Focus on other things, yeah.
If you calculate the amount of time that you spend watching Netflix and you spend watching Amazon and you spend watching Disney and stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's an alarming number, you know. Let's say you spend
For me, not really.
for me, I would most times I'm working, I have it on in the background. But let's say for time that people just sit down, we spend probably like 3-4 hours each day focused on that. And what are we getting from that? We could have
Stimulation, dopamine.
Exactly, but imagine if I put 2 hours out of that Netflix time towards a project or something.
Trust me, you would see yourself increasing
Yeah. And it's
exponentially.
it's those little
Just with those 2 hours every day.
those are the distractions that I realized that I could be doing so much better with my life. Obviously, there's a need for entertainment and to enjoy life, but we also need to build life as well.
Of course.
And right now, cutting down on the social media is another one. Cutting down on the personal social media. My social media nowadays, I don't even check my personal Instagram anymore. It's all the podcast Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
So that has become my form of social media. So now it has become work social media, which is somewhat better than just focusing on being on the internet. What about you? You didn't put a financial one. You don't want to put an outlandish number. If I make 100,000 on the podcast, you know, you get a percentage of that. Guys, don't think I'm the only one making money from this. If we do start making money, he gets a percentage.
The thing is now, financially, I don't know. I always try, financially, I always try not to spend too much money.
Yeah.
That's always my financial goal. Just not to spend too much money
To budget
on
better.
stupid things.
To budget better.
Yeah.
That's another thing I want to do. I need to stop buying shoes.
Ah,
I
My
need to
brother.
stop buying so much clothes and
my
shit.
brother. It's very hard. It's hard.
I need to stop
It's
that.
hard. I remember, it was, to be honest, I'm a shoe lover. I used to be a shoe lover. I still love shoes, but I don't buy shoes as much anymore. I used to be a shoe lover until about maybe 3 years ago, when I decided I want to stop, focusing my money and my time on like brands.
So you achieve that goal, and I want to get there.
Yeah.
I need to get there, bro.
Sometimes with things like that, you just have to do it. You just have to stop. Just wake up one day and say, all right, I see these shoes, I like it, I might look on it, but I won't press the button to purchase.
Okay.
It's the power of self-discipline, the power of self-control.
Be more
That is it.
be more disciplined. Be
That
a
is, I
lot
think that's
more
what you need to be
disciplined.
more disciplined,
I do need
to
to
have
be a
more
more
self-control.
I do need to be a lot more disciplined. Like
Yeah,
it's easier said than done, but
it is
that's
just.
another thing that I want to achieve. I know that we finished setting these goals. Obviously, we might change them in the upcoming months, but keep us accountable. Put them in the comment.
Definitely.
Ask me where I'm at with the weight loss thing. Ask me
Yeah.
how close I am to the 100,000, and contribute to the 10,000. The 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. If you're listening this, just take a minute on Spotify and Apple and hit the like and leave a comment and
Yeah,
something. But
man.
jump over to YouTube and give us a subscribe as well.
We beg now. Yes, now.
We need
Please.
we need to get there because
Please. We are beg you.
if we don't get monetized, this 10,000 will become this 100,000 becomes a wasted dream, a wasted endeavor, and I don't want that.
And coming back to all of this, New Year's things and whatever. The actual key is self-discipline, you know that?
Self-discipline.
The key is self-discipline with everything.
So we're gonna summarize it by saying that let's be more disciplined this year and do
Discipline.
achievable things, do small things to achieve the big goals we want out of life.
And put your head towards a task. Don't just get up every day
We need a
and do
purpose.
nothing.
Everyone,
Live for your purpose. You will see more. You will get more out of life when you live with a purpose. Rasta.
when you wake up in the morning and you actually have something to achieve at the end of the day, that is the best thing. Don't tell me that the neighbors decide that this is the time they want to watch Netflix. You see what I tell you about Netflix? They just come home from work and they turn on the bumbuckler Netflix upstairs or a record.
Rastafari.
And I don't know why. His TV's and I actually
Cool, Rasta.
I hope
Cool.
it's not picking
Cool
up on the
fire.
mic.
Cool.
I hope it's not
cool.
picking up on the mics. All right. So Tony, what are some things that you think we should leave in 2023
Yeah.
and some things that we should bring into 2024?
One thing we're supposed to left in a 2023 now. Make we see. We must leave all fake friend. Amen. Hallelujah. Leave the fake friends alone, Rasta.
If you know it's not your real friend, cut it off. Don't entertain.
And you have some people who suffer with having this fake friend just because they know, or because they're in denial and they don't want to lose his friend. Don't be afraid to take out the scissors, Rasta. Don't be afraid,
Snip,
Or
snip.
if you don't want to take out the scissors, you hold your friend accountable and you bring these things that holding you down that your friend doing. You bring it to them, and if them decide that them don't want to change, then you know that that is not your friend. That is just a person around you.
I think,
So we leave that in a 2023.
as I said, define your friendships. Know exactly where people stand in your life.
Yeah, define boundaries. We're not going into 2024 not setting boundaries with people. Very, very important.
Leave the fake
Because you have
friends.
some vampires out there that will suck your energy, suck your spirit, Rastafari. It's not good. Those people,
The energy vampires. The
leave them
drainers.
alone.
They're there and we need to...
Yeah, I can't take them in a Rasta. You know why?
Why?
Me's a man, my spirit strong. Me have a strong spirit. Yeah, man, me have a strong spirit.
For real,
So the
for real.
moment I feel like somebody is sucking my energy and not giving me back,
Anything.
it just rubs me the wrong way.
I get what... Trust me, I get what you're saying, bro.
Trust me, me
We
can't
need
take
to
it,
do
man.
it.
Me no,
So,
Rasta.
2023, cliched one, but still a real one. We're gonna leave the fake friends.
Leave them behind.
And don't be afraid to outgrow friends. Like sometimes you literally outgrow
Sometimes,
people
yeah.
in your life. It doesn't mean that they didn't serve a purpose in your life. It just means that you're at a different level and you've outgrown this person now. And you need to take a step towards different friendships as well.
Or another thing with that, you can also, again, talk to your friend. Have a real conversation with your friend and say, I feel like this friendship that we have, I'm kind of outgrowing it. It hurts me to say this to you, but I hope you don't have any hard feelings.
Yeah.
I'm growing every day. I hope you are growing every day too.
Yeah.
And I just want you to look into yourself, and maybe we can grow. We can you that might be a realization for this person, and they might start growing as well, and they might grow into your frequency. But at the end of the day, we are like everybody has a different frequency. We never vibrate on the same level, almost always, you know. But that doesn't mean that you have to belittle my frequency because we're not on the same frequency. But at the
True.
end of the day,
Facts. Facts.
I believe that conversation is very important. And don't just grow away from your friends and
Talk to
just
them.
grow away. Talk to them. It's very important because people catch feelings. Oh, look upon him now. Him think him a big man now. Him outgrow me. All of
True,
these things.
true, true.
Those kind of thoughts come to people's head. So it's very important to communicate and to talk to people, especially your friends and the ones close with you, you know, and just give them
Exactly.
a heads up.
Yeah, talk
That's
to
it.
them. Be straightforward.
Communication. Just be straightforward.
Straightforward.
Don't go around the corner.
Okay. Okay. What else? What else you're leaving in 2023, and what else you want to bring? Because you're leaving the fake friends and you're bringing the real ones. What else you
Another
leaving?
thing, we are left in a 2023. Don't do things because of people. Because of people's what's this word?
Because they want to do it.
No, because of people's acceptance.
Okay.
Don't do it because you're going to be accepted here or you're going to be accepted there. Do it because of you, Rasta. Don't do it for other people. And I'm not saying you should just get selfish or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we're humans. You have to think about yourself at the end of the day.
Do
But
things for
don't be
you.
selfish.
That's facts. I like that one.
Yeah.
Do things for you. Like if you don't feel like doing something just because everyone else is doing
Yeah,
it
don't follow. Sometimes you have to part from the crowd.
all the time, you have to just be the one that's different. The one that, as I said, that ties into what I said. I just want to say no to more things. You see what I'm saying? Just to being able to say no and just living my life the way I want to live it, not just because. And that comes to another thing, like with the partying and stuff like that. Like, maybe I'm just getting old, bro, but there are times where I'm out and I would rather be in my bed.
You just want to go home.
I just want to be I would rather be in my bed. And not even sleep. I would rather just be in my bed looking at the ceiling because I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, Rasta.
What am I getting out of this?
I don't know, but I wasn't really a party person from a long time. But when I party. But to be honest, Davian, being here, I can't get my party spirit out when I'm in a party. You know why too? There's always this thing. People always say, whatever your vibe is, you're supposed to be able to take it out when you hear music or whatever. But that's not true. That's not true. Listening, like when you hear your vibe, it's all about frequency again. If you hear something that doesn't vibrate on your frequency,
Yeah.
as I say, I'm a man. My spirit is very strong. If it don't take it,
Yeah.
it just don't take it, and I kind of have to like force to get into the vibe.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Like,
And that I don't know. I
I
don't
don't think
like
the
it.
the party culture is. It don't hit us to the bone. Like,
It no lick no sir.
people are just like,
That's why me no. That's why I'm not really a party person here. Yeah.
facts. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why I probably want to be more like you, be less present for those things, as you said. Because you probably once every blue moon.
Me come out, enjoy myself. And people always happy when them see me come out and
Yes,
enjoy
because
myself.
you're
To
scared.
be
So you're like,
honest, yeah.
Donil is here. I haven't seen you in 3-4 months.
Yeah.
I need to be more like that, and I will definitely try to achieve that. And I know why it is something on my back as well. It's because, as I said, I work from home. So working from home, I spend all day.
So you want to get out.
So
you want to get out.
On a Friday or a Saturday, I have that strong urge just to be around people outside of the house. But
I
you
understand,
you
yeah.
are outside the entire day working here.
Basically, yeah.
So on the weekends, you literally want some
I
time to
want to be
yourself.
inside. I want to be with myself. I want to recharge.
Exactly.
I need to recharge.
But I need to find more constructive ways of
Mm-hmm.
getting this end result without it being in a party or a drinking setting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
You know that comes with not drinking.
And that's, as I said, dry January. If you
It
want to
comes
do
with not
dry
drinking.
January,
Yeah.
let's do a dry January counter. Anyone that's doing dry January, comment it and let's see if we can do it together. I think I'll try a dry January and then a
Try
dry
it, my brother.
dry
You,
February.
you, you're not going to lose.
Because I will sleep better. Every time I stop drinking for like a month or something, my sleep gets better. And I struggle with sleep. My skin gets better.
And you have a clearer mind.
I think more, I have more energy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happier knowing that I'm not drinking. But at times when you see a ice cold beer on a Friday night,
Yeah.
the temptation is real.
Yeah, really? I don't know how that
You don't
feels.
know if it feels to be like,
No.
oh, I've had a long day and I just want a beer too.
No, to be honest, when I have a long day, what I would search for is a reasoning on YouTube. Either from one of my favorite mentors, one of
Yeah.
my mentors, or a great mind. As well as I like to go into people's minds to see what they're thinking, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's why big up, for example, Sheun Kuti. I was listening to his reasonings
Yeah.
and his bird's eye view on YouTube. You guys can check it out if you want. Sheun Anikulapo Kuti, bird's eye view. Or I listen to my great ancestors.
You,
Man like Ivan Van Sertima.
you need to
Man
share
like
some of
John
these with
Henrik
me.
Clark.
You
You
need to
know?
share some of these with me.
Joseph Jokanan. All of these guys. I just love Louis Farrakhan. I just love listening to an intelligent, like strong person, like giving me a piece of education.
Yeah.
So me can just settle myself and it calm me down.
Mm-hmm.
It cool me. You know?
Okay. I definitely want to do something like that. But what I've actually been listening to a lot of podcasts that are about books. So for me, that has been Diary of a CEO, the best fucking podcast I've listened to. Like he brings on some professionals that come on with research to back up what they're saying. Not everything I will agree with all of them,
Yeah.
but some of his episodes they're so in depth, and the way he interviews his people, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. It's just a fresh new look on it. So if anyone wants to check out that podcast, I'll put you on to them. Diary of a CEO with Stephen Bartlett. Um, very young, self-made millionaire, dropped out of college, Nigerian descent, and
Nigerian. It had to be Nigerian. Like
oh,
Nigerians are so hard working. I believe those people, like anything that they put their mind to,
yeah,
they will achieve it.
yeah. I feel like it.
No,
We're the same. We're the
exactly,
same.
yeah, the same as Jamaican. It's something about I don't know. It's something about that side of the world there.
It's because there is struggle, and once you have some form of struggle, your drive to succeed
Is
is
10 times more.
10 times greater than someone that has had an easy life. Their motivation to not fail
Yeah.
is great. Like for me, like failing at this podcast would be something that I don't even want to think about.
My brother, you remember I told you about be careful what you put into the
Yeah,
universe.
but that's why I'm saying. All
No,
I'm thinking about is
don't even say it. Don't even say it. Be careful of what you
right.
put into the universe. The universe is listening.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I have something to close out on. This is New York list of ins and out that they have put out on the social
Yeah,
media.
make hear the fuck with
So
people
out,
attack.
basically the first one, what's out for 2024? Assigning morality to wait.
Two?
To wait. Like
Wait
saying
in what way?
I have no clue what this means by assigning morality to wait. I think it kind of means like basically making weight be something that is seen as good. Like if you have a certain weight, that means you are
But which
better.
weight? Which weight? Weight with the pan scale?
No, I think your physical weight.
Your physical weight?
Yeah.
Ah. So it's that saying that somebody who
Like some people feel like they're a better person if they are at a certain weight.
Ah,
I'm guessing. And you know what?
ah.
Put in the comments what you think this one means.
You know what I think this might. Let me try to get into this. Just
Okay,
5 seconds. I think what they might want to say, even though this is not, this by no means is true at some point. They might be saying how you care your health.
yeah.
It might be a health thing. How you like manage your weight. Let's use this example. Might be a way of how you manage your life. But that should not be a marker of somebody's morality. I don't believe so. I don't believe that.
I think it's mainly due to, as I said, the growth of social media makes people look more inwards in how their physical appearance is,
Because they're looking at other people.
and everyone on Instagram has a six pack abs and has the biggest butt
I
or
re-
something like
yeah.
that. So maybe that's it. Another thing that they're saying out is weddings. Like people should stop having like these big extravagant weddings.
Why not? If I'm in love and I want to express my love that
Bro,
day to my wife, what is wrong,
I'm
Rasta?
not saying that this is for everyone.
Yeah. No, I know. But
For
you
instance,
know,
imagine having a wedding and that you can't afford. Like,
no,
that's
then
no
that is
logical.
that is not logical. Don't do that. Don't, as we said, don't follow the crowd. Don't follow the
Yeah.
crowd.
The next
Don't
one.
don't live above your means.
The next one is podcast.
Ah.
They say everyone's starting a podcast, but you know what? These are for people that are. I don't know what's the stigma towards podcast. Like, if you don't like it, don't listen to it.
That's just it.
Easy.
If it's just not your cup of tea, then it's just
Don't
not
listen
your
to
cup
it.
of tea.
Like, it's basically saying, oh, I want to be a musician, or I want to do this. Don't do it. You know, that's how I look at it. Like, when I was starting this podcast, people send me a lot of memes and shit about podcasters and what they're like. And there's a lot of negative stigma to it.
Attached to people who do podcasts.
Yeah, there's a lot of negative stigma. Like, firstly, two men doing a podcast, they immediately think that we're sexist and misogynist and narcissistic and all those negative connotations that can be associated. Because the ones that are the most popular and the ones that get the most viral hits, those are the things they focus on.
Yeah.
Whereas people like us that generally focus on actually having a good time, entertaining people and not shaming anyone or belittling
Exactly,
anyone, find it a bit harder.
Yeah.
And I think that we should definitely try to stay
You know,
away from that trend.
yeah,
Because we
you
could have
know,
come out here with a podcast that
Not just
basically-
slander people.
Yeah. And we'll go
Belittle
viral.
people.
We'll go
No,
viral.
Rasta.
I think the next thing is with the podcast is a lot of every celebrity has a podcast now. Like most celebrities, and they already have a platform. So let's say that you're an actor, you already have 100,000
Million,
people
yeah.
on Instagram. Why not start a podcast and just talk about random stuff as well?
Because
They
you
already
already
have-
have the audience, so people will listen to anything you say.
Yeah. But if you're out there and you want to start your own podcast or you want to do something in the entertainment industry, don't let anyone tell you that it's saturated or everyone's doing it. Everyone's being a musician.
Start your podcast.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
Do your thing. Don't let anyone daunt you.
exactly.
Gimmicks, those can stay for real. The gimmicks can stay out.
What
Like,
kind of gimmicks?
like these social media gimmicks and those things, like they get a bit annoying for me.
Like what kind of gimmicks?
Like the pranking and stuff like that.
Yeah, me was
Or-
never a man of prank.
Or minimize them.
Yeah.
Less than 7 hours of sleep. I do. We
Hey,
need that. Sleep is important. 6 to
Very
8
important.
hours, we need that.
Very, very important.
You already said this one. It's on the list. Keeping up with people you don't like, the fake friends.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Leave that.
Exploiting and basically commodifying relationships precious to you for social media. So
Yeah, that is also
we
very
need
important.
to leave that one. Stop
Very
using people for
important.
clout on social media.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, that's
It's
never
it's
something
not
good.
right.
Never.
Stop using people for clout on social media. Like, leave that. Let's leave that there. Like, it's not worth it. And you're using someone that's a human being. Stop using people for
No,
clout
those
on
people, yeah.
social media. That's pretty much it. Some things that we can bring in is like budgeting, trying to appreciate art, appreciate creativity, try to focus on a hobby. Never let failure stop you. Stop comparing yourself to people on social media.
Yeah.
Set goals, set expectations. Live your life. You only have one of it.
YOLO.
Let's bring back YOLO. Let's bring back YOLO. We're bringing back YOLO. We're bringing back YOLO. The fashion is coming back. Let's bring back YOLO so people can enjoy their lives. You only live once. YOLO. And right now, we've got to go.
Sorry, we have to leave now. Yes.
Um,
We think we've eaten your ears for long enough now. So,
Thank you for tuning in.
again.
Don't forget to subscribe. And my friends, personal appeal to y'all. Like, share, comment. New people that logging on, just subscribe. We start with you there. When you become a friend, now I'll tell you to start saving as well. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you
Thank you.
manage to set some goals. And once again, it's Devane and Tonil for the Yaadman podcast.
We're
We
out.
out.
Podcast are the one. Yardman podcast are the one. The Yardman podcast. Tell you about the Yardman podcast. The Yardman podcast. Tell you about the Yardman podcast. The Yaadman podcast. Tell you about the Yaadman podcast. The Yaadman podcast. Tell you about the Yaadman podcast.
Subscribe now. We out.